One of the most important stages of selling is closing the deal, which is the action taken by the salesperson to gain agreement to the sale. Those who are in selling know that closing is a sales specialty and nightmare, which highlights the problem for many, the pain of rejection that can come after all the effort of persuasion. The trick in closing is to find the right time when the person is sufficiently wound up that all you need to do is tip the scales and they fall easily into the closure of agreeing with you and buying what you are selling, whether it is a tractor or their salvation. If you build tension in another person, they will seek closure. This is a core principle in persuasion. There are many closing techniques and there are some common tips that are offered to make closing even more successful.
ABC is a common term which stands for always be closing, and it is generally a good to remind that your aim is to close a sale and get order. Does not mean you batter the customer with a barrage. It needs to be done sensitively, and you need to choose the right closing technique for right time and frame of mind of the buyer. It is good to test close before you request order, and Tony Robbins says always be test closing. Selling can be a lot like fly fishing. If you tug hard on the line, it will snap, and the fish will get away. The best method is a gentle coaxing that gradually brings the fish into shore, although sometimes when they are spooked you have to let them out again and calm them down further away.
There are many closing techniques in sales, which are prescribed actions that salespeople take to persuade the customers to make the necessary commitment. In all of these methods, remember that all closing techniques are appropriate only in particular circumstances. This can include the emotional state and readiness of the customer. You need to find horses for courses. It also depends on the sophistication of the customer. A professional buyer in a big company has been on all the sales courses themselves and can see a closing technique coming from several miles away. Using simple methods with sophisticated buyers will only serve to annoy them, so rather than treating the situation like one of selling, use more relationship selling methods, seeking to understand them and meet their needs, both professional and human.
adding up the pros and the cons. List both the benefits of the purchase, the pros, and also the costs, the cons. Of course, the pros, the reasons to buy, will win. You can even write it down like a balance sheet. Make sure the pros column is longer and more impressive, of course. Cons include things they wanted but are not getting. Start with the cons and keep them short. But do make it sound credible, as if you are giving them fair consideration. Then cover the pros. Perhaps sound pleasantly surprised as you describe them. Sound reasonable, as if you are on their side. Sound almost as if you are talking to yourself. For example, first, well, although it costs this much and is a bit big, it will sound really good and fit well into your house decor. Second, let's weigh things up. You're not getting, but you are well within your budget and will have, and, that's good.
Make 3 offers. With the target in the middle, make the other person 3 offers. First, offer them something sumptuous and expensive that is beyond their budget. Not so far beyond them that they would not consider it. Ideally, it is something they would look at wistfully but just couldn't justify. If they do, it is your lucky day. Secondly, offer them a solid good deal that is within their price bracket. It may not have all that they wanted, but it is clearly good value for them. Finally, offer a severely cut down deal in which very little of what they want is included. They should, of course, go for the middle option.